Hello there my frugal friends, I'm Samantha, this is the channel Trying to Get By. I hope you are all well. If you have not been here before, I like to focus on food, frugality, shopping, things I do in the home to keep my budget as low as possible. This video is a what's for tea video. It's 3 recipes that I have done over the past couple of weeks that I thought you might be interested in. So have a look and let me know what you think. Tonight's tea is going to involve this box of green pea pasta, which is going to be yum, and some chickpeas because I opened a can to make some of my vegan mayo. So it's going to involve those. I'm also going to use, no, not all the carrots. I'm going to make a vegan cheese sauce that I have seen online and I'm going to try it out, which involves 3 cups of peeled potatoes, which is going to be maybe 1 more of those, and half a cup of carrots. So that's going to use up a little bit of my carrot at least. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to peel and chop and get my other ingredients ready for the sauce. In here I have got my cashews, my nutritional yeast. So it's a half cup of cashews, 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 1/4 teaspoons of lemon, and then what's going to make it saucy is the water from the potatoes and carrot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dish those up into there, although looking at the quantities I'm thinking I may have to get out my blender. This is very possible. I think I've made a boo-boo. I suppose it depends on how much this cup goes down. So I'm going to start with half of it. I'm going to add some of the water to get it going. I'm going to just chuck this through my smoothie maker. So that just about fit. If you've got one of these, this is a Ninja smoothie maker, just be very cautious on how much you get in because it might burst slightly. Obviously make sure your temperature okay. If you have got a stand mixer blender, use that instead, be much easier. Do as I say, not as I do. Let's try it anyway. That is a luscious sauce. Now you could thin it down even more. I'm not going to, because I'm going to have it on pasta. I know the water from the pasta and things like that will loosen it off even more. So I'm going to keep this nice and thick because then it gives me more options. Oh yeah. Oh, mac and cheese, here I come. Okay, cooking the pasta in a bit. So I've just chucked in the leftovers of a bag of frozen vegetables. So what we got peas, beans, carrots, a little bit of sweet corn, just to amp up the veggies. I'm going to go in with the whole thing of our pea pasta. This is what it is, because this is going to be my lunch for tomorrow, so it's always handy to have a little bit extra done. So just going to wait for this pasta to cook. Based on, yeah, smart in the background, based on the background, pasta says 6 to 8 minutes for al dente. So going to leave it the 8 minutes because we're not going to cook too much in the sauce. But at maybe minute 6, I'm going to throw in my chickpeas to warm through. Decanted some of the pasta out, ready for another meal, and I'm just going to go in with, see, told you to thicken up, our cheesy sauce. So that's a good cupful of that, and let's just give that a mix. There's a little bit of pasta water in the bottom of here just to thin it down, just to make sure that we have got enough sauciness to deal with this. So all we've got to do now is just warm this sauce up, give it a taste, and we are good to go. which won't take long because the pasta is warm. The chickpeas are in there and they are warmed up. The veggies are nice and warm. So let's have a little taste of this. Find a good spoon. So here we go. Yum. Get some chickpeas on there. Mmm. Oh, that's yummy. So you've got the protein from the chickpeas. You've got protein in this pasta. Lots of lovely veg. And a really nice cheesy sauce that is mostly made from vegetables as well. Absolutely yummy. I am looking to make something nice and simple today. So we're going to make a recipe called mujadara. It's basically, as many people know, rice and beans. This is basically lentils and rice. It's a Lebanese lentil and rice dish with some spicing in there and some crispy onions on top. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some rice in the Instant Pot. I'm going to make more than I need because then I'm going to store some of it in the fridge or freezer. So we're going to go with don't want to store too much, 1.5 cups of rice to 1.5 cups of water, so it's equal. So these are 250ml measurings. And in the Instant Pot, really easy, turn it on pressure cooker 3 minutes and then natural release it for 10, and that is it. So that is nice and simple in the Instant Pot. Pressure cook, 3 minutes, start. That's that. Lentils are already cooked because I've got a can of green lentils. So the next thing I'm going to do is chop up a load of onions, because some onions I'm going to save for other recipes in the week. And then the onions that are going to go with this, I will just cook for a little bit longer. Right, we've had a 11-minute natural release. We're going to release the rest of the pressure. There shouldn't be too much. With the little button on the side. There you go, that's dropped down. Fingers crossed. We should have beautiful, well, all you're getting is steam. Some beautiful looking rice in there. I always think you can tell rice looks good when you get these like little pockets of bubble holes there. That should be good. Let's find a fork. I haven't got one. 1 second. Fork found. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's have a quick taste. Yep, I'm just going to leave this to steam off now. And my onions are cooking, so the rest of it won't take very long. So I've cooked off a lot of other onions and they have gone in the fridge, and I've just kept a bit left that I've just cooked down a little bit further just to get that really nice caramelisation. And I'm just going to take them that little bit more, just so they start getting very slightly crispy on the outside edges. So I'm just going to put them flat, leave them, but watch them carefully and make sure that I don't burn them, because that is so easily done. You can see, look that bit there. You see that bit there? That's really nice and caramelised. That's like the best bit. Okay, there we go. That is pretty much done. I don't dare take them any darker, because knowing my luck, I will end up with either burnt onions or a burnt pan. So those look, and just a minute, I'm just going to have a quick. Oh, yummy. Super sweet and caramelised. Right, turn the heat off. I'm going to take them out of this pan though, because otherwise they will carry on cooking and I don't want that to happen. Right, I'm going to use, because I'm a rebel, I'm using this same pan to cook my lentils, because there is plenty of water in here that will take the caramelisation off there. I'm going to put in a little bit of extra water and some flavourings. So just a splash of extra water, because I want to season this up a little bit. I'm going to go in with some of my bouillon powder, which has got all the flavours in, of which I need to get more. We are going to go in with some cumin, because that is the main spice that is in this recipe. There it is. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. So I'm going to go in with a good teaspoon of cumin. I'll give that a little mix. Pop on the heat and just warm these through carefully and gently. I've just brought these lentils up to just to a boil, now down to a simmer, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rice in to finish cooking off. So that'll just take a couple of minutes. This has been in the fridge because I prepped it all nice and early on. So I'm just going to give that about another 5 minutes just to finish off. We do have our onions over here ready to go on top, and I think we're going to have it with a bit of salad. So there we go, there's the mujadara Lebanese lentils and rice with the onions on top. Smells amazing. I had a little taste out of the pan. I just warmed those onions up in the pan and looks great with a lovely salad. That's like beans and rice. It's one of those comfort dishes that you really, really love to have. Have a try. Simple and really cheap too. We have got wraps, cheese sauce, hanging on here, bit of an onion, black beans, got rice in the fridge that we've got left over. We've got potatoes in the fridge that we might use, I'm not sure. Black beans in here. I've got in here a mix of a little bit of water. I like to rinse my black beans. In here there is some paprika. There is a little bit of chili and there is a little bit of cayenne pepper. And we're going to heat these up. So I've got some tortilla that I'm just chopping in to chunky pieces. We're going to just give this a little bit of spray with the old sprayer. Pop into the air fryer. There's just a couple of tortillas here, but once they're chopped up it looks loads. And just pop this on for about 8 minutes. Depends on how many you've got in. I'm going to come in after a couple, give it a shake, come and shake, until they're nice and crispy. So we've got our air fried tortillas, bit of salad, leftover rice from previous meal, a tortilla that has just been softened slightly. We have got our beans with all our flavours. We're going to pop those on top of there. We have got some of the cheese sauce that we made for our pasta dish the other day that we're just going to drizzle on the top. And that is our tortillas, nachos, salad, rice, beans, all ready for tea tonight. And just a little bit of chopped up red onion and tomato on the top. 3 different but some similarities in the recipes, and I'm trying to encompass more things being utilised for one recipe. So we started off with our cheese sauce on our pasta, which was delicious. That cheese sauce is courtesy of a Plentiful Kiki's website, which I really love because she comes up with some great ideas of making sauces and meals out of something that you might not expect, and that cheese sauce is delicious. So much so that when it goes in the fridge it thickens up slightly, and I've even been spreading it on toast. That's how much I like it. Then we have our mujadara dish, which was delicious. So simple, so quick and easy to make, and using the Instant Pot to cook our rice just made life a lot easier. So then obviously we were able to use our rice for our black bean sort of tortilla dish that we made at the end, and also utilize that cheese sauce as well on top instead of like a queso sauce that you might use if you were making some kind of chili style dish. All three dishes were delicious. All three dishes I would definitely make again. In fact, I've just been out today and done some shopping and bought some black beans and bought some green lentils, so we're definitely looking towards doing those dishes again. So let me know in the comments what you think. What sorts of dishes would you like to see me make in the future, or what dishes are your go-to easy meals to make where you can utilize the same ingredient multiple times? I'm looking for trying to become a bit more food prep, so I've just started like I say, making more rice than's needed and putting it aside ready for another meal in the week. And I've also started steaming some potatoes. I'm thinking of maybe doing a meal prep video in the future, so let me know what sorts of things you would meal prep, or things that you would have in the fridge ready for you to use for, say, a week's worth of meals. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.